I've been uploading building tutorials since 2021, and in that time I've designed many large egg bases. First, in 2022, we had the Saturn, then later that year, the Dakota. Next, in 2023, I released the Zion, and after that there was the Fabergé in 2024, and finally the Thunderbird just a few months ago. Whilst they were solid for their respective time periods, those bases lacked vital meta, so today I introduce to you the NITRO, where every peak gives you cover in a raid against skyscraper fobs controlled by Chinese Zergs. It's built on a unique footprint, making it 3 walls to core, and also has excellent progression, guaranteeing a strong and defendable base throughout the build process. But if this base isn't what you're looking for, check out my Patreon to get access to ones that aren't on YouTube, including the Helter Skelter circle base for up to 9 players. Join now for a chance to win this $50 rug skin. So to start off the tour, I'm going to showcase the external TCs. As you may already know, the usual disconnectables that we use have now been patched on PC, so instead on this design I've decided to use non-disconnectables. This style is called a tunnel external, and it's great for raid cost and defense. As the back of the TC is honeycombed, the simplest way to raid it is through this wall here, making it dead easy to retake from your compound gatehouse. If at some point you need to replace your main TC, you'll first need to destroy each of the externals with fire arrows, expert ammo, or a Molotov. These gatehouses are accessible from either side using the single door airlock. Inside the gatehouses you have retakes back behind the furnace wall and into the compound itself. The top part of the peak is covered with a roof to protect your head. The compound has 6 turrets, 3 above these gatehouses and 3 above the compound bedrooms. Each is covered by a layer of chain link and has fantastic visibility. Each corner of the compound is sealed off with just 2 high external walls and 1 large furnace. Unlike some builds, the large furnaces are easily placed after the walls. Next we have the bedroom modules, which are attached to the entrances of the base. If your compound walls get destroyed in a raid, then you can use these retakes to defend. We'll use these to look out for any grubs or fobs being built. There's also a locker under the roofs which can be hidden if you use a different skin, and a retake above looking back at the base. Use the door on either side to exit out into the compound. Access the base through the single armoured door. Next to it we have a retake covered by the turret, to make sure no one's camping the front door. Here we have retakes on either side, looking back into the mobility ring. These are one way, so if raiders are in your mobility ring, they can't see you. This ring is also covered by 3 optional turrets. Either side of the entrance, there are breach peaks looking back into the compound. The top half of each window is covered to give you protection from a fob. If any raiders try to push in through the compound, you can see them, but they can't see you. This is what it looks like from the outside. Running around the mobility ring, we also have bedrooms like this, each with a retake looking back in. The floor at half height will protect your head. And next to them we have these roof bunkers. Just place a triangle roof here to open them. And behind the garage door we have space for some boxes and a battery. The base is symmetrical on all 3 sides, so you have 3 entrances, 3 bunkers and 3 bedrooms. Go through the airlock to enter the 2nd floor of the core. Here you can see we have lots of loot space, a retake looking back into the airlock, and another retake overlooking the jump up to the 3rd floor. This is one way, so if raiders come down here, they can't see you. This exit offers a quick way to get from your core to the open core, and is also a retake. Down through here we have the starter. This loot room can be filled with boxes early game and swapped out for electric furnaces later. Down in this corner we have the TC. And a very useful one-way retake here if anyone tries to go deep on you early game. Next we'll make our way up to the open core. Use one of the 3 mobility chutes above the bunkers. Here we have a downwards angle looking directly at the gatehouse. And some respawns with a retake looking into the open core. Going up the mobility we have another retake here. In this design I decided to try a different style of open core. Inside you'll see that we have 6 lower loot rooms in the floor. Next to each entrance we have 2 more loot rooms. Not only does this mean that you have more loot space, but it also massively increases the raid cost. You'll also notice that we have 3 optional turrets, and I purposely left out the retakes from above, as usually these just get used against you, and during the build process you're able to seal the open core much faster. Going back up the mobility, we have a retake looking into the upper ring, and some wide gaps to give you some more downwards angles. This upper ring joins up on your mobility chutes and exits out onto the shooting floor. Inside the centre we have some more respawns, with retakes looking back out into the ring on all three sides. In the centre you'll see that we have a ladder hatch. Attach a grenade to it and it will kill any raiders in your open core. Through this door we have one section of the shooting floor. Use the ramps to elevate you to look down into the compound and surrounding area. The half walls above the window cover your head from being shot from a fob. We have the same in the centre here, with some downwards angles on the sides. Here's what it looks like from the outside with all the peaks covered. The shooting floor is separated into 6 sections, so raiders can't gain full control of it. You have 3 of these parts like this, and also the 3 wide gaps in the mobility chutes. Going back up the chute to the next floor leads to the roof, where we have another retake, and more wide gaps with respawns, with brutalist peaks looking out, and a retake back onto the roof above. Going through the airlock leads onto the roof. There are 3 exits onto the roof in total, and you can find some more respawns through these double doors. There are downwards angles using these X peaks, and 2 vending machines in the middle covered by the window. Next to these modules we have some more angles which have anti-fob protection. There's a door next to each one with a waterfall leading down into the compound. On the roof we have 6 spots altogether for turrets, 3 are behind the chain link, and the other 3 under these half walls are optional. So as always, remember to like, subscribe and comment, and next I'll show you how to build the base. But before that, let me tell you about today's sponsor. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made. Available now for free on PC, Xbox, PlayStation and a brand new mobile version, which can be played on both iOS and Android. With its intuitive controls and impressive graphics, you'll never have to leave the battlefield. The incredible realism places you in the most powerful war machines, including over 2,500 tanks, planes, helicopters and ships from the 1920s through to the present day. There are 3 different modes to suit all kinds of players. Arcade suits those craving fast-paced matches, while Simulator mode ditches all the guardrails for the ultimate challenge, and Realistic mode strikes a balance between intensity and authenticity. My favourite feature is the customization system, with countless camouflages and decorations for all types of vehicles. Join a worldwide community of over 70 million players. There's simply no better military game. Play War Thunder now on PC, console or mobile, and get all these must-have bonuses for new and returning players on PC and console that haven't played in the last 6 months. Just use my link in the description or pinned comment. Start off the build with a triangle foundation. This is where your TC will go. Place down a single door frame, the TC, and remember to lock it. Then complete the egg footprint as shown. Surround it with walls. Then build the ceiling, leaving a gap for the jump up on a triangle. Put down a window here and use a furnace as a temporary jump up. Then on the second floor put down a wall outside, then a window, then a floor at half height, ceiling in the top. Then build the one-way retake with a half height floor and a window. And then build your 2 loot rooms. Complete the core with more double doors. Once you have garage doors, you can replace the furnace with a half-height jump up. Then on the second floor, build 3 walls here, a single door as an exit, and then 4 more walls. Complete the ceiling, leaving a gap for the jump up on a square. For this jump up, place a full wall on the left, and build your half-height floor. A single door at the back, half walls all around, and the seal in the top. Build another loop room to the side of that. And then build your retake here. Finish it off with some more double doors and an airlock. Next we'll honeycomb the base. Make sure to upgrade this foundation under the TC first. You should be able to reach the walls behind the TC using the client.lookatradius command, which is in the pinned comment. On the outside of the honeycomb, you'll need to use half walls and windows. These will be your retakes later. Finish it off with a twig roof so you can enter your base. Do the same on this side, remembering to upgrade the foundation under where the retake goes. As you can see, I'm building the base completely out of stone. Any vital upgrades will be shown along the way. You can upgrade the rest when you feel like it. And do it again on this side. At this point it would look like this. In between each square honeycomb, we're going to build the bunkers. Remember to rotate this wall frame so you get this conditional on the outside. This will cover any gaps in the bunkers, but they will need to be the same build grade. Do the same again on this side. And build one final bunker here. At this point, the base would look like this. Now we're going to wall stack the base on 3 sides. Where the bunker is, place a twig triangle and build out by 4 squares. Put a triangle in the end and build back like so. Remove these pieces. Build up by another 3 squares. A triangle. Remove the build out, and then build back towards the base. Upgrade these last 2 triangles, remove these twig pieces, place a triangle on the left side, carry over the foundations to place a triangle on this side. Seal in the bunker with the wall and put 3 walls around to connect everything together. Now we're going to build out to place the external TC. Build another twig square, and then 4 stone ones. Put 3 triangles at the end for the external TC housing. Build the TC housing on the middle triangle. And then build the tunnel to protect it. You can add Honeycomb behind the TC whenever you like. Remember to upgrade this triangle in the middle to metal or HQM, depending on the grade of your honeycomb. Then connect this part back to the base with a wall frame and 2 square frames. Then you can remove the twig and expand the foundations of the gatehouse like so. Repeat these steps on all 3 sides of the base. If you can't remember the steps, just rewind the video and watch this section again. Next, expand the footprint so you can't get TC griefed. Remove this roof, add a floor at half height and a ceiling, and upgrade the foundation. Then build 3 raised foundations, followed by 3 lowered ones. Use half walls if you can't build the raised ones because of the terrain. Beyond that, build a hexagon of triangles, with a triangle at each corner like so. Do the same again on the other 2 sides of the base, so it's symmetrical. Next, we're going to finish off the bunker modules. Start off by placing 3 walls at the back. Then open the bunker with a triangle roof. And then place a triangle frame attaching to the ceiling, not the wall. You might have to come down here to get the right angle. You can also try from inside the bunker. Whatever you do, don't place anything in this slot. Otherwise the bunker will be sealed forever. Put down 2 triangle floors, attaching to the outer walls. Then build a half-height floor here, followed by a window. Then complete the bedroom. Then a single door and a frame for the jump up. Build wall frames and ceilings here. Then jump up to the next floor. First we're going to build triangle frames on each side. And one in the middle for your X peak. Put walls on the sides and the triangle roofs for the peak down. You must upgrade these to metal. I'll explain why later. Extend the retake up to the next floor. And seal in this part too. Then extend the jump up to the next floor, so you can't get deeped on so easily. When completed, this module will look like this. Repeat these steps again on the other 2 sides so the base is symmetrical. Next, bridge over a foundation from these triangles. Make sure to upgrade this foundation and the half wall before sealing it in. Take note that this floor should attach to the wall. Then build 2 frames here. Now do the same again on the other side of the entrance. Again, remember to upgrade this foundation and the wall. And don't forget the 2 frames on the outside of the triangle. Now we can complete the entrance with a single door on one side and a window on the other. Build the ceiling and then put a window on either side too. After that, build the breach peak on the right hand side with 2 half walls and a floor, making sure it's attached correctly to the outside walls. Then do the same on this side. Build 2 half walls in the middle. Attach a triangle frame to it and put one in front of you too. Then build half walls on top of the frame. And then windows all around. Put half walls on top of the windows and a ceiling. Do the same again on the right hand side. To To place this window, you may need to move backwards and forwards. It's best to have the embrasures facing inwards so you can see more. When completed, your 2 breech peaks should look like this. Now we can seal them in. After that, put full walls all around this triangle. Repeat these steps on the other 2 sides of the base to make it symmetrical. Then put stone roofs in these gaps. The ones next to the X peak must stay stone, otherwise they'll interact with the metal ones and block the mobility. When all the gaps are filled, it will look like this. And when that's done, put stone roofs in these slots too. But remember to upgrade the foundation first if you don't have any of the new building skins. Otherwise you won't be able to upgrade it later. Now we'll build some lower parts of the open core to give you some better retakes early game. Put windows in these 2 slots, then half walls all around the centre like so. Then behind each window, put some full walls and some triangle ceilings. Now we can expand the entrances. Put door frames all around these triangles and seal in the top. Then we'll build our bedrooms. Put windows either side like this, and half walls around here with windows on top. Then build a hexagon as the ceiling. Seal this part in with 3 triangles and some low walls for the retake. Use a stone barricade here to block the top of the single door to prevent you from getting camped. Finish off the bedrooms with a half wall at the back, then a low wall which can stay wood and a triangle floor. The frame for the chain link can stay wood, as the chain link is actually stronger than the wood itself. Then do the same on this side. Then put a wall frame, a triangle frame, and 2 low walls here to protect the breach peak. As always, repeat these steps on the other 2 sides to make the base symmetrical. Now we can build the gatehouses so we can seal the compound. Start by putting a single door on either side of the tunnel, with a double door to make an airlock. Then windows on either side of the gatehouse. Now build your retakes with low walls and a half wall on the inside. Finished off with half walls above the windows and the door, and add ceilings to those. Then place frames on the square for your chain link that protects the turrets. The triangle roof here will protect your head when you use the retake, but you must use one of the new building skins, not the standard stone skin, otherwise it will block the peak from inside. If you don't have any of the new skins, I suggest using a stone barricade instead. When that's done, build the other two gatehouses in the same way. Now we can seal the compound with walls. Start off by the breach peak and use Alt Look to make sure you're placing it correctly. As you can see, the edge of the compound wall covers the single door in the tunnel, then the second wall should fit nicely. Do the same again all around the base, starting by the breach peak. Again, aim for the edge of the wall to cover the single door. Then we can place our barricades on top of the gatehouses. You could place another one here if you like, but it's not really necessary. Then place two more on top of each bedroom. And lastly, you can place your large furnaces. Stand back in this corner here and raise them up as high as possible. There's only really one spot that they'll fit, so it's hard to mess it up. Make sure to place the turrets exactly to get the best coverage. Now build the wide gaps so we can build the towers and get the wind turbines running. Extend the frames on each side by 3 floors. From here, place some temporary twig floors to stand on. Then build up the frame spine of the floor. Place floors here for the first wide gap, and some frames here for extra stability. Then a half wall in the middle, then 3 more frames. Surround this wide gap section with walls. And put some frames in the middle for extra stability. It's important to note that you shouldn't put a frame here, otherwise you won't be able to expand the base. Next, put windows on these 3 frames. Then walls either side, and a double door in the middle. If you can't place a triangle roof here, you can either use a different stone skin for these frames, or metal, or you can rotate them if it's not too late. Put frames in the middle to add more stability, then low walls here, and a ceiling on top to seal. For the turret pod, put wall frames here, use a gate in the middle so you can refuel the turret, and on the outside put some half walls. The turret can be placed later if you wish, but if you get them up and running early, they'll really help you with early game defense, as they'll protect you whilst you're building the open core. And lastly, you can place down your wind turbine. When completed, the tower will look like this. As I said many times before, repeat these steps on the other two sides of the base. Now we can get the open core built. Start off by the mobility chutes and extend them. And don't forget this frame inside. Do the same on the other two sides of the base. Now we build the open core loop rooms, extend these walls up, upgrade these middle two as you won't be able to do it later, and then seal them in. Next put ramps in the floor of each one. To build shelves inside, place down 2 triangle floors, 2 square floors, then place a triangle through the wall. This can be upgraded to put boxes on, which will be above your breach peaks. Remove the squares and replace them with triangles. Then put ceilings on top, making sure the floor attaches to the wall on the left and the right, not the walls in the middle. To put down your door, you'll have to upgrade these ramps to metal. Then in the centre, put down a half wall and 2 permanent floors. Next we'll build the loop rooms above, put down a wall and a ceiling, then use twig to place a floor through the wall so you can build a shelf. If you're going to use barrels as storage, the ramp on the bottom isn't necessary. Then do the same again on the opposite side. This is what it will look like when the module is completed. Seal this part in here after removing the twig, and repeat it again on the other 2 sides of the base. Now extend the entrance with some door frames and seal it off with floors. Again, do the same on the other 2 sides too. Then in the centre, build 3 frames, then half walls above. Then put a floor here. Then you can seal in the rest of the open core like so. Put a triangle frame with a ladder hatch in the centre. Then extend the mobility chute on each side like this. The frame inside the retake will help protect your head. When completed, this module will look like this. As always, repeat these steps on the other 2 sides of the base. Next we'll honeycomb the back of the loop rooms for the open core. Before you do that though, place frames in these locations to make it easier to build the anti-fob peaks later. First honeycomb the triangle in the middle, then do each square. It's easiest to place this wall from this angle. And take note of how the floor on top is placed. Then place a wall either side and a double door. Do this again on the other 2 sides of the base. Now inside we're going to build some frames to hold up the ceiling. And then seal in the top. Next we'll build the retake room, put a double door frame on each of the squares. Then on the triangle to the left of the square we're going to put a locker room, or you could put batteries here if you need them. After doing that on all three sides, build the retakes. Next we're going to build the shooting floor. Start off by the entrance and extend these frames up by 3 floors. Then on top of the bedroom, build 3 frames up here. When done it should look like this. Then on top of the base, attach floors to the centre triangle, not the square that you're standing on. If they're placed wrong, then you won't be able to build the offset peak. On these frames put half walls, a ceiling and a triangle frame inside. You must put glass in these side windows as they don't have any fob protection. On the left attach a frame to the middle of the full wall and build a half wall on top of it. On the front of the peak build a frame, 2 half walls and a ceiling. Then finish it off with a square floor, a ramp and a frame. Do the same on this side, but to place the frame we're going to have to build a half wall first, and remove it. Sealing the shooting floor with a hexagon of triangles. This is what it will look like when completed. Do the same again on the other 2 sides of the base. On the roof above the shooting floor, we're going to place frames either side like this, then build X peaks. In the centre we'll put a window, which is where our vending machines will go later. These windows here will be retakes, and in the centre put a double door. To the left of the module we're going to build our anti-fob peaks and the drop downs into the compound. Start off with 2 frames, the left one could stay wood, then build 2 half walls and a square floor above the ramp. For the front anti-fob peak we can put a wood frame and 2 low walls, then another low wall above this frame, a triangle roof, then a single door for the drop down. Do the same again on the right hand side of this module. This triangle roof might be a pain to place, if so you can do it from above. Then on top of this module we're going to put 3 half walls, with a turret underneath if needed. Then on top we'll put some wood low walls for style, and another windmill. Again, the windmill is optional depending on how much power you need. And above each of these peaks put a square roof for protection. Then finally add a platform for a SAM site. This is what it will look like when completed. Repeat these steps on the other two sides of the base to finish off the roof. Don't forget to place your two vending machines in front of this window. To do that, put down some twig triangles and carefully place a vending machine either side of the window like so. They can slightly glitch into each other. And with that, the base is finished. So if you made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back, leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember to check out War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox or mobile. Use my links in the description or pinned comment to register. If you're new or haven't played in 6 months, then you'll get a bonus pack across PC and console, including multiple premium vehicles, in-game currency and more.